figure we're I think it's after 10, so I think we're that's late enough to start. Is that right? Randy says still a little too early for us, so we're gonna go ahead and begin anyway. So hello to everybody that might be watching online. Uh, Sorry about our connection lately. We're actually working on that and trying to figure out what's going on with internet here. So if y'all have been trying to watch online, sometimes you watch and then it shuts off, and then you watch and it shuts off like 2 or 3 times throughout the service. So some of you might go, well, then have a shorter service, preach less. But we actually think the better answer would be, let's try to make sure the internet holds a little longer so that it can do the full thing. So sorry about that for any of you online. Also, as we begin today, I just want to share a few things, and not in a bummer sense, but in a, as the church, what are we called to do? By the way, did anyone get to read Chris's post this last week? I saw a couple of names liked and a couple comments. I want to encourage you to read the one that where you went to Hebrews, I guess, was the one that I'm thinking of. But just how the church, these posts that he wrote are just available for the church because they're about the church. And there's really some good stuff about how we can encourage one another, and I think that's so important. And so thinking about that post and how we're supposed to encourage one another, thinking about what we've talked about so much, as a body, what we need to rediscovering community, rediscovering what the church truly is, reigniting where we're going to be starting to talk about what we're going to be starting to talk about today. I just want to share some things with you that I'm going to ask you to pray about because we're called to be people of prayer. Jesus was passionate about prayer, and he reserved time to pray. So first and foremost, because to me it's kind of at the top of the list, I was speaking with Dan and Kathy Thomas. Some of you know Dan Thomas has multiple brothers, like 5 brothers, 6 brothers, all of them police officers. Every single one of them has been in law enforcement. One of his younger brothers, who was kind of in the middle of the pack, passed away from a massive heart attack Friday night. And just the circumstances of it are kind of devastating. He was 61 years old, and I'm thinking, wow, it shouldn't be happening at 61 years old. So he was 61 years old. He was supposed to retire in April. So he's a month and a half away from retirement. They just built their retirement house, he and his wife, and the movers were scheduled for yesterday morning, Saturday morning, to move out of the house into the retirement house. And he passed away from a massive heart attack Friday night. So please, if you would, obviously this has Kathy rattled, because Dan's brother has the same heart condition that Dan has. And so, she's obviously kind of shaken up by that. And we need the church to rally around them and show them a lot of love and a lot of encouragement and a lot of support, because they need a lot of that right now. They're just in shock right now and kind of on autopilot. And so please be praying for Dan and Kathy and then the entire Thomas family, all of the brothers and sister and all that whole family, as they're